I'm Jen Madrone, and tonight I want to talk about what everybody's talking about right now because it needs to be addressed in so many different ways, on different levels, and from different perspectives. And so, of course, tonight we're talking about the coronavirus and the effect that it's having on us collectively and individually because it's easy during this time to feel the collective fear that's arising. And as we watch the news and see what's happening around the world, it's easy to be overwhelmed by the fear of not knowing what's going to happen, of not knowing who's going to remain healthy and who's not, and how this is going to affect us all in the long run. And this fear is really the fear of the unknown. And as humans who have been going through the awakening process, we're all um, pretty familiar, that's the word, with the fear of the unknown, because that's what awakening is all about. And so, in a sense, this is very similar to experiencing an awakening. And in fact, I really feel like when the dust settles from this, we're going to see a lot of people that have begun to awaken and move through the awakening process because of this crisis, because it's something that is turning everything upside down and making us question what we believe is real, what we believe is true, what we believed to be solid and reliable, and have found that now, that's not true, that things can change at the drop of a hat. And so, as we watch this whole thing unfold, we can choose to move into the fear of it, or we can choose to take the higher perspective and see what's happening at a much higher level. I have heard, there's all sorts of conspiracy theories bouncing around, and they're all interesting to me because I have that mind frame, but we don't know what's true and what's not. But there's a conspiracy theory that this was a push by the powers to be, the powers that be, to lower the vibration, because it is obvious, if you're paying attention, that there is this collective awakening happening. And so who knows if that's true or not, but what I see happening is the opposite. And so if that is true, then the joke's on them, because um, it feels like, to me, that what is happening collectively is that we are all connecting at a much deeper level. And we're actually slowing down enough to see what's important, to see what's true, to see what is really valuable in our lives. And so, because we've had to slow down, we've been able to take time with our family. We've been able to slow down enough to take care of ourselves. And we're reminded that life is about loving the people around us, and also reminded about the importance of self-care. So there's so many things that are coming up that are actually, in the long run, going to raise our vibration as a species. And so, to me, that is really exciting. And um, so the way that we can contribute to this is by staying out of fear, by taking care of ourselves and the people that we love, and just coming from this higher perspective and this higher vibration, and using the fear that comes up to see, is this really true? Is this really true for me right now? And as we dive into what feels true and what feels not, we're going to become much more connected as a species and individually with the deeper parts of who we are. And so, like I said, I'm excited about what can come out of this. And, to me, it's amazing that this self quarantining that's happening, and some of the mandatory quarantining as well, as it's about compassion on a certain level. We're all sacrificing in for the greater good. And what a beautiful concept. And of course, there's many other things going on, and we can argue, that there's some darker things happening. But on the much bigger, when we take that bigger perspective, what we see is that this unity consciousness that is happening globally in order for us all to heal. And so I just want to inspire you all to keep doing the inner work, because this slowing down is the perfect time to continue that inner work, to do that inner work, to see where it is that we still need to work on ourselves, to see where it is, that where the old programming is coming in and the old patterns are coming in. And now we have the time to look at those things and to face them and to work on them, and just to keep continuing our our personal growth, because we can see that it is having an effect on the collective consciousness around us. So I'm sending love to all of you right now. We all need it more than ever. Things are pretty crazy, whether we're dealing with health issues, quarantining, people that we know are sick, or financial instability. All of these things can feel really big and heavy. But if we choose a different perspective, we can use all of these things as an opportunity for growth and healing. And so over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to jump in and not sure exactly what it's going to look like yet, but offer some things to help us all support our nervous systems through this, and release this fear, and use it to raise our vibration individually and collectively. So thank you guys for doing the work. Thank you guys for just doing your best to hold that high vibration for all of us, and sending love and healing to everybody who needs it. So thanks for listening. And if you have any questions, leave them here in the comments. If you want to comment on how this is affecting you right now, maybe what it feels like you need to be supported through this, or just a story that you want to share, or your perspective, then leave it here in the comments. I'd love to hear what everyone's experiencing right now. And I will see you all in the Facebook group. Have a great night. Love you all.